Good morning, natural gas. It's Friday, March the 20th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And for the spot April contract, we're down. We're currently trading at 3.056, down 11 cents or 3.35%. And as you can see, the RSI is turning down. So we're getting some profit taking here. We've never been able to really break out. We're still below the 13 and 48 period exponential moving averages. We're just not getting any upside momentum. Why? Because the US is an island and we've got some bearish news out there. The storage report yesterday, plus 35. This is the most bearish storage report for the last 5 years, and that brought the market back to a surplus against the 5-year average. We remain well above last year by over 100 BCF. And as you can see, here's the Strait of Hormuz, and there's very little traffic moving through there. There was news yesterday that there was damage to 2 trains at Las Rafan, And let's take a look at those damaged trains. This is train 4. This is 4.7 million, metric tons per annum. And this is train 6, which is 7.8 metric tons per annum. So these are big trains, and that's going to be offline for at least months. They're calling force majeure for 3 to 5 years. And let's take a look at who are the biggest offloaders from Qatar. China. China is the biggest, followed by India, Pakistan, Taiwan, South Korea. And then, yes, Kuwait. Kuwait has oil, but no gas, and it uses it for desalination and power generation. What about the hourly chart? And as you can see, we're well below the daily pivot, which came in today at 318. We're now below first support, which comes in at 3.089. So our second support, 3.013. The RSI is pointing lower, but we're not in oversold condition. What else is bearish? Well, unfortunately, for ERCOT here, we've got renewables. And they're going to be powering up by 40,000 megawatts from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tonight. And as you can see, the forecast at 10 a.m. for the system load is just about 48,000 megawatts. And then as we get through the daily, as you can see here, through about 8 p.m. right now, then you're looking at over 59,000 megawatts. What about tomorrow? Well, guess what? It looks like right now we're going to get a new record for ERCOT, over 65,000 megawatts. The previous record was about 62,500. So we've got a bullish demand, but renewables, wind and solar are doing quite well. And as you can see right now, currently solar is 45% of the fuel mix and wind 28%. That puts natural gas down to less than 20%. Or just about 9,445 megawatts. What about the front to back spreads? Well, right now, this is the Jan versus the April, and it's still holding positive. We're currently trading at 2.253, up 7.7 cents or 3.54%. The RSI is still open to the upside. What's going on? Well, with those force majeures out of Qatar on trains 4 and 6 for years, this means that winter physical molecules have a premium globally. And let's take a look at the April through the October strip. Well, it's down 9.3 cents. We're currently trading at 3.301. The RSI is turning lower because we've got bearish weather. And let's take a look at the weather. We've got the weather forecast here. As you can see, there's heat domes building across the desert Southwest and Texas, but it oscillates back and forth. So we're kind of in that, is it going to be very, very hot, or is it going to be just moderate? Right now, it's a mixture of both. The northern tier is still clear. That Canadian air, cold air is still stuck in Canada. It does briefly come in across the Great Lakes in New England, as well as the mid-Atlantic states, but the heat is building in the Southwest. And we're going to talk about that in just a little while. And here's Europe. And as you can see for Europe, it's fairly moderate as we get further and further into the month. We start seeing some cooler temperatures coming in off the Atlantic around the 25th and 26th. And then it gets quite cold around the 27th in France, Spain, Germany, Italy, and it continues for at least for several days as we get further and further and actually into April. April the 3rd, we start seeing some colder temperatures over in Eastern Europe as well, pushing in toward Poland. How about storage for across the EU? 28.7% full. Germany, 21.8%. France, 22%. And again, the same problem we have. Netherlands, 8%. Sweden, 15%. Latvia, 21%. Of course, we've talked about France and Germany. So EU storage, low. They're going to have a healthy injection season, but paying extremely high prices. Let's take a look at Asia. And as you can see here, it's moderate across the China into the Koreas and Japan. As you can see right now, it's a mixture of slightly above normal temperatures with some interdispersed cooler temperatures as we get further and further toward April the 1st. You see cooler temperatures coming into Mongolia and pushing into Beijing and the capital cities, as well as the Koreas and eastern provinces of China. What about the U.S. nuclear fleet? Well, we're currently right now sitting at, well, right here about 14.6 gigawatts. That was from yesterday. We haven't uploaded here. Let's see. It's currently right now at 15.9 gigawatts, down a little, up a little bit. And as you can see, these are continuing to refuel and do some maintenance here before summer arrives, which may be early. Why? Because we've got a drought. This is the latest drought monitor map. As you can see here, this continues to be dry across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, really across much of the South, including Florida, which is in extreme drought. So we've got some places that are really, really dry. We could use the rain, but doesn't look like we're going to get it anytime soon. What about the stocks? Well, the oil and gas sector, this is the 1 week performance. And as you can see, Vermilion has done quite well here, up 23.41% for the week. CNX, though, down 3.69%. So we've got a mixed bag, mostly a sea of green. How about the recapping here for the spot April natural gas contract, currently trading at 3.055, down 11.1 cents or 3.51%. Why is it coming off? Well, Trump likes to do major policy announcements over the weekend. So nobody wants to take the risk that there may be a war declared, or excuse me, a peace may be declared and the war may be over. So we will see over the weekend. But right now, currently, we're underneath some profit taking and things are pointing lower. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.